I could never figure out why it never went. Like, you just end up sitting so far away sometimes.
I'll
It's
sit
like,
next to you then.
that's the whole point. Like, see, now we kind of look good, except the new camera. I think I'm okay with this shot. What do you think?
Well, you said not to look at myself.
We're,
I'm asking you, if I look at the camera right now, do I look good?
yeah. Hey everyone, welcome to a new episode of So I Married a Geek with your fabulous couple, and I say fabulous with spirit fingers and glitter.
Spirit fingers.
I'm Gavin, and this is
Phil.
and it's Halloween week, so we're gonna do some Halloween episodes. And today I want to talk about not Halloween related, but I am obsessed with Halloween. Like, that's very much an understatement in this house.
To give y'all an idea of how obsessed he is with Halloween, I decided, because I am just the most loving, sweet, wonderful, all the other words you can think of partner. October is his month, so I gave him Halloween month. So every Friday he got a Halloween themed gift. He has one more coming next week that will be kind of a Halloween transition into the other holidays,
Which would be Christmas, because nobody really does Thanksgiving. It's just a dry run.
But I just thought this year I'm going to give him an entire month for Halloween. Unlike, and I'm going to bring this up because he was like, oh, you remember 7 years ago. Unlike when I had like 3 birthday parties the first year we met, I couldn't get 3 birthday parties out of him. But, I'm the bigger person. I gave him a whole month of Halloween. And
It wasn't 3 parties. It was 5.
Blah, blah, blah.
And it was 7 years ago when we had just met.
I don't
and
let
he's
shit
still
go.
bringing this shit up.
I don't let shit go. It just happens. And anybody watching who feels me, please let us know in the comments. Let him know. Sometimes there's some shit that cuts deep, and you hang on to that shit for years.
There's no reason to hold on to this 7-year grudge.
Please, there are people who've been together like 47 years where the wife will turn around and be like, yep, just like that time in 1976 when you decided to run off and just disappear. So don't think it's going to go away.
It's like, bitch, I'm bye. Like, he ain't going to hold that shit. So,
but I love it.
We each have our weird obsessions. He obsesses over remembering things from a long time ago, obviously, that aren't really
my brain.
relevant today. But so we're going to talk about our things we're obsessed with. Like, I'm obsessed with Tim Burton. He doesn't quite get it. I love the style, I love the aesthetic, all of that stuff.
But his aesthetic is the same in everything.
It don't matter. It's an artist.
But it doesn't always work. Like his movie Big Eyes, that's set in reality about a real person who was a painter, and Tim Burton couldn't help but to over Tim Burton the movie and make it look all weird and fucked up with that's not what her life, but whatever. I'm going to let it go. You love you some Tim Burton.
And so, yeah.
Fine. Don't go into a rage.
Other things I get obsessed over. And it's weird because when I start obsessing over it, I will obsess over it forever. And
then suddenly, it's over.
Yeah, it's like sometimes it'll take 7 months. Like I was obsessed over the Charlotte doll from fucking Princess and the Frog for like a year and a half before I actually just bit the bullet and bought it. So it's the weird, but then there's my steady obsessions. Like, for lack of better terms, my Ursula obsession.
Oh, God in heaven.
There's a giant 6-foot inflatable Ursula in our front yard for Halloween.
For Ursula Pops.
Yeah. And like I just got the new Villains doll. So yeah, like I've got Ursula shit like all over the house.
If they made like Ursula pushing a shopping cart through HEB doll, he would have it.
It's just something that I'm obsessed with, I don't buy everything. Like, I obviously don't buy everything. I buy things that really talk to me, but like there's 2 shirts on Amazon I want to get. One is from Pride Day where the lower half of her tentacles are the rainbow. And the other one I just found, it's her face, but it's a Sugar Skull version of her face. It just looks really fucking awesome.
Oh, that would be good for me. I love Sugar Skulls.
Yeah, they have a line of the Disney villain faces of Sugar Skulls.
Got a tattoo.
Yeah. So it's one of his obsessions. That's kind of where one of our obsessions crosses over. Another one where our obsession crosses over is Stitch from Disney.
Oh God, my hero!
Like it was really weird that we both like, and then they did a line of Stitch plush at Disney. So like, here's my Little Mermaid line,
which is
because I'm obsessed with Little Mermaid.
Which this one is just kind of
It is very, very plain compared to the other 2 we're gonna get because I don't ever think about including Phil in these conversations because usually it's me and Terry. We're like two grown ass adult collectors, and we're obsessed with the Disney stuff. And so one month they did the Sleeping Beauty one. I was like, oh, it's ugly. I was gonna want it. This motherfucker saw it.
That's my Disney movie. That's my shit. Is Sleeping Beauty.
Luckily, it came back in stock, and Terry's like, it's in stock. Go get it.
Look at how beautiful
the ears say make it blue, make it pink. It's the cake thing.
God, I was shocked how much I loved it because I don't collect this.
I was shocked because he doesn't collect stuff.
I don't collect this. And when I saw that, I was like, this is beautiful.
It's absolutely beautiful.
And now he's going to bring out something that, y'all, is beautiful too. But it just don't compare to mine.
So this is when I talk about I'm more of a pickier collector these days. Is like there's a whole year of these, but they're mostly ugly. There's a whole bunch of stuff out there that's we've gotten to the point where collecting there's just a deluge of stuff.
Deluge.
Whatever. And so you've got
and like, it's because y'all buy it.
I have to be a little bit pickier. So probably the last is the Stitch I'm going to buy for the year because I'm waiting to see what Peter Pan looks like. Because the Pocahontas one is ugly. It's got like a felt John Smith hat, and it's pink it's horrible looking. But I do love Snow White, and they did the Snow White one, and this
it's
one
gorgeous.
Is fucking gorgeous. It's got embroidery. Beautiful. It's fucking gorgeous. So they hit it,
but not like my Sleeping Beauty Stitch.
So that was this year's line, and next year they're doing Ultimate Disney Princesses, and it's not off to a good start. The limited edition Jasmine doll is still on sale because it's so horrendously ugly. I do like Disney Princess dolls. I got a whole bunch of them in the front room. I'm going to be putting them in a glass case once I can actually get IKEA to get it in stock. And that you'll probably see in the background where the masks are. So, yeah, that's one of our shared obsessions. My newest fad obsession is themed cookbooks. Because we used to cook a lot, and it used to be a variety of things. And now we just kind of set into a pattern. And I remember when I was growing up, I still have I understand that.
I have my broken finger, y'all, and it's getting better, but it limits a lot of what I can do.
But I miss the days when we cooked and found interesting recipes, like when he had to start doing gluten-free and stuff like that. We did things.
I used to just make shit up when I was in the kitchen, and he would love it.
So I bought some like Halloween cookbooks that are really awesome. We got a bunch of cookbooks.
He bought a Street Fighter cookbook.
Yeah, I bought a Street Fighter cookbook. It's full of the street food, but it's like based on each of the characters.
Dude, it's got some interesting recipes.
It's got some fucking amazing recipes. And like for a themed cookbook, it's really, really well done. Unlike the Destiny one, which, man, so I love Destiny. He used to love Destiny. He still kind of loves Destiny.
It's too hard to play anymore.
I had pre-ordered the Destiny cookbook the second they announced that shit.
Which I thought was insane because they don't even eat food.
Everyone in my family had pre-ordered the cookbook. We were so excited. And I was the first one to get it. I said, y'all cancel it. It's literally recipes for coleslaw, fried chicken, basically, like, there's nothing in there because the whole thing was, it's food from around the world of Destiny. Well, I'm used to, like, good themed cookbooks. Like, this is a really fucking good themed cookbook. It's street food recipes from around the world that are just, like, the chili dog recipes. Fucking amazing. Like, it's not a basic fucking cookbook. And everybody knows how to fucking make coleslaw, y'all. You don't need to put it in a goddamn cookbook. So the few items that were Destiny themed were very much of a big letdown. Very much. So I returned that shit. And my whole family, like, Becky got the Elder Scrolls cookbook, and she says it's amazing. It's just fucking amazing. So there's a couple more I want to get, and I'm going to be putting them on a shelf in the kitchen so we can start to cook from them and kind of experiment more. The dog is mad because there's wires in her way. She'll probably jump over the couch like she's been doing because
we'll hear her talking in the background because she talks.
She's super upset. And yeah, so like when it comes a little bit like Disney stuff, I'm super obsessed. I used to be really obsessed with action figures, but I kind of let that go. I still have a couple left. And, it's just, I have my obsessions. Destiny, Little Mermaid, Disney villains. And, that's pretty much it. Like, all of my Funko Pops.
You are a Disney princess.
Yeah. It's Sonic the Hedgehog. But most of my Funko Pops are all Disney-based. He's reveling in my He-Man fandom over there. Because I have a couple of the Origins figure, the reissue of the figures, and I have an original He-Man I got from Caleb. But I don't want all the figures. I just want the ones that meant something to me as a kid, and that's what I have over there.
But he's got my She-Ra up on that bitch.
That's my She-Ra. Your She-Ra's in a box.
Listen, Ho, we have to share She-Ra. She-Ra is my shit. Always has.
And so I've learned to temper these expectations a lot. I don't know if you would like me when I was younger, but I was just buying everything. Like, my action figure craze was insane, y'all. Like, I worked at Toys R Us. It was not a good time in my life to be an action figure collector working at Toys R Us because that's where all my money went. I had everything, like everything, everything.
And he tells me the stories, and he's so lucky. Like, I worked at Circuit City. I was Music is my obsession. So when new albums came out, I couldn't wait. But we would get like one copy, and because I worked there, I was not allowed to hold it or reserve it. I had to put it out there for the customers to buy. And if I was lucky enough that no one bought it by the end of the first day, then I was allowed to buy it. This motherfucker used to just hide shit and wait until
we didn't have to
it.
hide it. We would spider climb around the warehouse to find the box of stuff we want, open and take what we want out, and put the rest on the shelf.
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
We got all the rares, limiteds. I used to have fun at Toys R Us, y'all. That was one of my favorite jobs ever. Boy, she's really mad back there right now.
Working in the music section of Circuit City was awesome for me. I just got to listen to music all day, put CDs out, and sell CDs.
I worked in the video game department.
I used to love when people would come in and sing a song to me that they couldn't figure out, and I'd be like, "Oh, I know who that is. Let's go find their album."
But see, I would do the fun things at Toys R Us. Like this is back when we just have fun. Like we had a Barbie collector case, and it had like the Titanic dolls and the Wizard of Oz dolls, and I always make 10-man Ken chopping heads off, and there'd be like tissue paper, and it looked like a Barbie massacre scene, and they'd go change it up, and we'd change it again the next day. I had G.I. Joe's Forced to Dance to Cobra's boombox in the freaking video game section. Like, we used to do fun stuff.
I love Robot Chicken.
Yeah, this was way before all that stuff happened. And so, yeah, I'm glad that's gone because action figures got way too expensive. There are some I will buy here and there for like a couple of the He-Man ones.
They're just not cool like the ones we had when I was a kid.
No, and I do like some of the G.I. Joe Classified. I have some of those. But overall, my collections, like I've slowed down on Funkos a lot. I've slowed down a lot of things a lot. Just like, you know what, there's just too much. But as one of now we're going to start switching over to Phil's obsessions, and I'm going to lead off with his first obsession, y'all. His first obsession, and it crosses over to many things. This was my Halloween gift yesterday. It is a Halloween themed cologne called Halloween Man, and it smells really good. But I didn't even know they made Halloween cologne. And you know who knows they make Halloween cologne? Someone who's obsessed with cologne and has an armoire full of it.
Y'all, I like to smell good. I like to put something on that when someone smells it, it might take them to a different place. Over the years, I've learned to read the descriptions, know which components I like, which work together.
Weird.
It's freaky because I won't have to smell it first. I can tell by the description, get it, and I know it's going to be delicious. So when I was getting him his Halloween collection, I saw the Halloween Man it's the cologne, it's the face wash, it's the body wash, and it smelled great. But yeah, I happen to enjoy a very good cologne and have a collection so that depending on the time of the year, the day of the week, I have something to wear that I think will smell lovely. That is one of my obsessions. I can't even front.
Yeah, that's a big obsession of his. I had originally put up 2 wire shelves on the side of our bathroom closet where the towels
That was
are.
not nearly enough space.
Was not nearly enough space. Like I thought it would handle that because we've got our medical stuff that we need on one side, easily accessible. They're all little tin containers, and I had my few colognes here, and then there was the army, and it just bled over into the actual shelves, so we couldn't put any towels in there. And then you bought an armoire, and it's like the full half of it's just colognes.
Yeah, there's like 3 shelves of them.
Which is fine.
Which that's all of you know. I always smell
nice. What are your other weird obsessions? Not weird, but just obsessions.
So music, like I mentioned, is one of my obsessions. But I'm one of those musicians who I get into labels and I get into genres and I get lost in them. And for the last couple years, my big obsession has been Magic Ninja Entertainment and Mob Style Music. Like those 2 labels consistently put out albums I enjoy. They make albums that are horror themed, they're Halloween themed, they're holiday themed, they're just whatever themed. They're songs about having fun and enjoying life and remembering that life is short. This is, right now, y'all can't see it very well. Gibby Stites is this new artist. Well, he's been around for a long time, but he's making a name for himself really hard right now. I'm obsessed with his stuff. Listen to it every day. If you can't tell from the pendant, this is from the Axe Murder Boys. Again, another group from Magic Ninja. It's got Young Wicked in it and his brother Bones Dub. They make some amazing stuff. I collect music memorabilia. I collect T-shirts, jerseys, jewelry. Those are my
For a while, though,
obsessions.
he didn't.
I
And we
did.
talked about that in a previous episode. You guys can go back when he just learned to kind of let go.
I
So
had to put all of that away because to me it seemed childish to collect. And then having married what's his name, Tanale or Tavar or whatever, I married the collector.
with my army of board games.
And after marrying the collector, he helped bring my fanboy back, which got me back into collecting.
And we're very responsible with it. We are. We don't just go crazy. Like, so I like the Funko Pop line because it represented everything I loved. And I could just keep a unified style. And even that slowed down. I have some action figures in a box. I've got some Legos in a box.
Yeah, and these labels, they're smart. The artists are smart, and merchandising is how they're surviving right now with the pandemic. So they put out lots of merch. I don't buy everything they put out, but man, when they put out something really epic, if I got the money, I will get it. And another artist out there that puts out really cool merch is Kung Fu Vampire. If you've never heard of him, look him up. His jerseys are awesome. His shirts are awesome. His jewelry is awesome. Um, I like an artist that really invests in that kind of style of their music. That they've got merch that goes with it, and it creates a package for you to go and participate in.
See, I like yours because yours is more widely available. Like pop culture collectors, dude, it's bloodthirsty out there. I watched a video on YouTube of a guy who toy hunts, and scalpers were stealing toys from him out of his basket. The stuff I like isn't always cheap, and I have to just debate: is it really worth it? Like I've got that Beauty and the Beast stained glass window piece up there. It was $50, and I bought it on sale on Disney Store, and I absolutely love it. It was 100% worth all the money. But man, some of this stuff is getting really crazy, crazy. And so I go back and look. Like I got the Ariel holiday doll from the Disney Store last year for $25 after Christmas. It's selling for 120 online right now.
Yeah, see, with mine, the labels that I shop with, the artists I'm loyal to, they're not gouging their fans. They're making it affordable. You know what else I appreciate about you guys? I'm a big motherfucker, and y'all make sizes for me. There are some artists I like, and I go and look at their merch, and I'm like, oh, okay, so this goes up to an extra large. That ain't gonna fit my fucking arm. So I guess you don't want me to buy any of your merch. And then, like I said, Mob Style, Magic Ninja, Kung Fu Vampire, Gmo Ski. These artists are putting out stuff in people's sizes, making sure that their big fans can get some stuff and get some love. I appreciate the shit out of that. That's my biggest obsession is music, making music,
And celebrating these art, you celebrate these people
I celebrate
a lot.
the shit out of these artists
He
because
loves
they hustle their asses off, and I appreciate the hustle.
Like when we were at that Madness and Mayhem show, he went and bought stuff from every vendor because that's how they make it. Like he literally just went on a shopping spree.
If they had stuff available, some of them only had comic books on them. That's what I got. One of them only had a pair of Juggalo sunglasses. McNasty, who I think is a bad motherfucker, I got some Juggalo sunglasses from McNasty because that's all they had left at his table. But I celebrate and support. It's funny. Maybe a couple weeks ago, we were checking the mail, and one of my neighbors was kind of making fun of me because I had a package of CDs that came in. And he's like, "Who listens to CDs?" He's like, "Who listens to CDs anymore?" Number one, I have the ability to listen to CDs at my house. Number two, the sound quality on CDs is really good. And number three, it's a way to support these artists who are trying to get through this pandemic with touring being so limited. Just remember, yeah, is it kind of outdated to have a CD? Maybe. But for me, it takes me back to when I was 16 years old and I could not wait until new release Tuesdays because I was going to be first in line to be the first. Like when King Diamond put out his second version or his sequel to Abigail 2, I was person number one in line to buy that CD, bought the one copy of it that they had. A couple of years later, he put out an album called The Puppet Master, and when I was in college, I drove from Waco to Temple with my girl Bethany, and we jammed that album all the way back from Temple because nobody in Waco would carry it because they were Christian and they didn't want a satanic album in their store. So we drove all the way out to Temple to get it, blasted that shit all the way back while we drank pumpkin drinks from Starbucks because it was the fall. That's what my obsession is, helping to support these artists and keep music going.
Yeah, mine is more mainstream. Well, I can't even argue with that. I don't do music. I like local artists. I like what I like. It's just weird. But yeah, so that's us talking about some of our obsessions.
Check out Noise 13, y'all. Noise 13 is new on the scene and he is making some amazing shit.
Um, yeah, when I say he's obsessed with musicians, it's all we listen to. Because I have simple playlists. I really do. I don't like. I was listening to the Buster Groove soundtrack from the PlayStation game because what the hell are you listening to?
Last year when Spotify did their year-end thing, I was in the top 2% of listeners for Twisted.
I can't wait to see what this year is.
I can't wait to see this year's list because that's all I've been listening to is my Magic Ninja and my Mob Style playlist. So
we'll be back. Thank you guys for watching this episode. We're going to continue all week long. We're going to preview his work in progress music in an episode. We're going to talk about our favorite Halloween things. Y'all. You may see the dog if she decides, because we told her she can't really see and there's wires everywhere, so she's probably freaking out because she can't make her way around the wire. I'm just waiting for her to like ninja jump over the back of the couch like she's been doing for the past couple of days because it's just fucking weird.
I'm not looking forward to that because if she jumps in the back of my head, we're going to have a problem.
So yeah, we'll be back with more all this week as we count down to Halloween and get ready.
Please like, subscribe, share, comment, tell us if we're crazy. Let him know that, yes, he should have been at all of my birthday parties, and 7 years later I can complain about it. I get y'all. Have my back, y'all.
We love comments. We had a very toxic comment recently, and we tried to engage in a healthy way, and it got out of hand, so we just had to block it. I've never had to block someone from our YouTube before, but this is a show about us talking about our life together and our open issues. Some are funny, some are serious. And that's just, we invite you into our home so you can see what our life is like. And
life is hard, y'all. And we're just talking about what we're going through.
Yeah.
Don't take it so personally that you want to start attacking and hating. Like, life is really short. Hatred is a really hard emotion for you to carry. Let it go and just see how much better your life actually is when you're not angry and hateful all the time.
And if I could have a camera follow us all the time, you guys would see way more humorous shit that happens around here.
Oh, yeah. We got some crazy shit that happens in this house. Osborne think got shit on us.
Yeah, so that's it for this episode. We'll see you guys in the next episode of So I'm Married to Geek. Like I said, like, subscribe, share, comment, do everything. Show us the love, y'all, because we want to know you guys are in the same basket with us.
And check out all the artists I listed. They're working their asses off.
I like how he's constantly pointing, like, do it now.
I'm sorry, y'all, but like I said, it's a hard time for artists, and they are busting their asses, grinding and hustling. Go check them out. Support them. Even if you're just listening on Spotify and sharing or on YouTube, you're helping these artists out, and they deserve it. They're busting their asses.